Hey there traders, welcome back for episode number 72 from the stockbandit.tv. It's a place you can always find trading videos to make you better. And I hope that your trading week is off to a good start. We saw a significant technical event take place today as the major averages are starting to clear very important levels. Case in point, we've got the NASDAQ clearing former resistance, which goes back to late last year, as well as the past few weeks, clearing the 1770 area with ease, and also the 1785 zone, and now starting to break out here and making multi-month highs and a new recovery high from this March low. So it looks like after this trading range that we've spent the last several weeks in, that this market is trying to get back on the move to the upside, and for the NASDAQ at least, nice volume expansion along with that. Now, the verdict is still out on whether or not this rally is going to really take root and produce a secondary rally on the heels of this initial run-up from the March low. So what that remains to be seen. We need to see more follow-through before we can really trust this move. One day does not designate a new leg up. We need to see more than that, but this is definitely a good start. So, in looking through a lot of the charts, you're going to see what I found tonight, which was a lot of stocks broke out along with that. And there were a lot of stocks that really were on the move today. And I want to run you through a handful that were in last night's member video over at the stockbandit.com. And I'm going to show you some examples here that I think can really help you. Up first is FISV. Now this one was just kind of a typical breakout type of move. Nice pop there in that stock. PL is another one that's cleared this descending trend line here. If I zoom in, you can see that a little bit better, but nice pop there. LVS starting to clear this descending trend line. LCAPA, good solid breakout through, very well-defined resistance level there. FUQI, great momentum here, just slowing down to pause just for a couple days and getting back on the move today once again. Lots of momentum there. Another one is BOOM, clearing this descending trend line here. And so, in looking at a lot of these charts, they're now, after today's bar, they're kind of in spots where you say, well, where's the best place to try to enter a trade here? And the fact of the matter is, on the daily chart, this is no place to enter a trade. So for swing trades or multi-day moves, you look at a breakout move such as this, and there's really no real well-defined place to get in or get out. And for me, when I'm looking at potential trades, I always want to consider, where can I get out? That's obviously a huge part of the way that I trade, is to manage my risk accordingly. So what I will do, and what you might do, is instead of looking at the daily chart for some of these stocks that are clearly exhibiting nice strength, flip over to the intraday chart. So for example, right here we're looking at the 3-minute chart. So each bar on this chart represents 3 minutes of time. And so what I would do here is kind of eyeball the intraday charts. This right here is where today began. This blue line simply signifies the previous day's closing level. That gives you some kind of reference here in the charting program that I use for where the stock ended the previous day. But what I'll tend to do is just kind of designate some areas here, and obviously this is one with a nice high channel. You could possibly look for a continuation move above that. Here's one that's not a very well-defined pattern. I'd probably skip that, looking a chart that looks like that. Here's LVS with some 1080 resistance up here. I would probably look to play a move above that and stop out down here at around 1065. So it's only about a 1.5% stop there, but this is a stock showing a lot of momentum, and it could certainly produce and be worth taking that small of a risk. Here's one on the intraday chart I don't like the looks of here. Just kind of messy, and already made a big move late in the day here. It's kind of already on the move here for this advance, the current advance, even on this 3-minute chart. And so I would probably skip that kind of a setup. And looking at FUQI, similar look here. Big move late in the day, and then a pretty sharp pullback kind of right ahead of the closing bell. I'm going to ignore that kind of setup on the 3-minute chart. But here's another one. BOOM. Obviously, we've already looked at the daily charts of all these, but here's a 3-minute chart, and boom is up here consolidating in a very nice, well-defined range. And so a breakout to the upside might put this one back on the radar for another play. So the next time that you're looking through the daily charts and you see good solid breakouts like this that you may have missed, you can still participate in some continuation if you flip over to the intraday chart and then watch for some of those readily identifiable patterns. And so for example, just draw a clean line of resistance here, and then when that stock's back on the move where you would want to consider an entry. And then you can even keep stops very tight or kind of at a moderate distance. It depends on your risk tolerance, but that's what I tend to do when I see plays that I may have missed on the daily chart. I'll just flip over to the intraday chart, start looking for the same kinds of patterns because they do play out across multiple time frames. All right, thanks again for joining me for this episode. I will be back soon with more videos, but in the meantime, trade like a bandit.